Patch day. It started a little bit later than I anticipated, but what matters is that I'm here. Hang on, I also have to make sure that this is like actually capturing from the right window. Okay, it is. Because that one's in a slightly different channel than the normal one. As always, the most important thing is to try out the raid immediately. Especially because I've already seen like a bunch of spoilers for the I haven't seen everything, but I've seen like a couple of the thumbnails for people who wanted to put up the music instantly. I was hoping you'd drop by. There's something I wanted to share before heavyweight matches begin. Plus, this also gives me a chance to try out the Gunbreaker changes. I asked Honeys and others to come as well before they arrive. Let's have a quick refresher on the situation. I remember the situation. Yes, it's been maybe a year since, like, the last year, but during your Cruiserweight campaign, we managed to convince several fighters to retire from the ring. Not least of all, Restara, who was already afflicted with chronosis, whatever. There was one who we couldn't persuade, though, the Brute Bomber. I myself developed symptoms of psychochronosis after Eutrope ambushed us. Got a little carried away using the feral soul to stop her. There was a glimmer of hope when I discovered the existence of the cure, but I was dashed when the president took her and Eutrope hostage. Right, he did kidnap them at the end of the tier. But an unexpected turn, the president himself was aware of the cure at the drop of life. He said he'd divulge its location if we could become Grand Champion. How did he learn of this? Where does he get his information? I've never met this man, so he's a complete mystery to me. That's why I wanted to gather everyone in order to form a better picture of who we're dealing with. Shigaraya, Dancing Green, and Honeybee. The only one who is still from the first tier is here, still Honeybee. Would I let ourselves through the back? You never know who's watching after all. What's the occasion? Having a retirement party or something? Sorry, hun, but I haven't met the president in the flesh either. He only called me a few times to give instructions. And it wasn't him, but Madame, who came to recruit me for one of my performances. While he recruited me and Hector in person, all contacts afterward was via communicator. He'd been solely about business, never private matters. Same with me. I'm afraid Dancing Green, on the other hand, is well acquainted with the man. Really? After a fashion, the geezer has a love for the theatrical. As a performer myself, we quickly hit it off, and often had debates about the best way to engage the audience. Oh, he's just a normal guy. While I believe the key is making folks feel good, he insists that they need a measure of discomfort, and that's the job of a heel. 'Tis when the loathsome are laid low that the audience knows the highest high and the fighters burn brightest, he'd always say. That sort of poetic justice has appeal, I'll admit. For proof, you need to look no further than the frenetic crowds at Boot Bomber's matches. Whatever else the president may be, he's a damn good showman. Right, the president's personal life. All I know is he traces ancestry to Lindblom. That's where the stimulant for the regeneration factor was apparently researched. Well, what do you know? Unfortunately, I never got the opportunity to hear more about his past. The last time I saw the old man was 3 years ago. You haven't seen him in person for 3 years? Has anybody? "3 years ago, that would have been around when Medam approached Honey. I wonder if something happened to the president that's kept him from appearing in public. But with the limited knowledge we have, we can only speculate. So even between all of us, we hardly know anything about the president. Our play remains Jolene becoming Grand Champion. Only then will the president share the curate's whereabouts. And if he goes back on his word, we can threaten to reveal the truth about the immortalized to the public. If all else fails, then we do have that hand. But if we're to use it, we must first rescue Utrep and Nauni. So, as to not endanger them, the plan will need to be discreet and foolproof. And I can use everyone's help. Can I count on you all? I offended you, though. I'm offended you thought you had to ask. Of course, you can count on us. We'll stay honest sisters and get that rotten president a piece of our minds. I got along with the old man well enough, but I had no idea about his shenanigans. Art and entertainment shouldn't come at the cost of those who make it. Ain't that right? Even as a dancer, he still understands the passion of an artist. Thank you all so much. With everyone's cooperation, we'll work to free my sisters while Jolene continues her campaign to become Grand Champion. It goes without saying, but I'll continue supporting you as your second. Together, we'll carve a path through the heavyweight division. Seems we all have our task. The rest of us will begin exploring ways to rescue the girls at once. So we're still focused purely on the matches. So there's about to be an Arcadian broadcast. It's a regular program intended for fans, so it might not help much with your preparation, but it can't hurt to give it a watch. It's a promo. Fans of the fight and connoisseurs of combat, I bid you welcome to another edition of the Arcadian Hour. For today's special guest, we have the heavyweight fighter who shall soon face the unenhanced upstart Jolene in the ring. They knew they have something special with her. The devilish divine dominatrix, Vamp Fatale. As indicated by her Apelion, Jolene has climbed her way up the ranks without using a Pharaoh's soul. Should this upstart rise to become Grand Champion, they would be able to do as they please with the Arcadian Soul Repository, and it seems they intend to release all the souls. This would fundamentally alter the Arcadian, leaving it a championship of unenhanced fighters. What are your thoughts on this? Don't make me laugh. The upstart would only bore us to death. Our fans crave spectacular battles that will blow them away, and you simply can't get that without a Pharaoh's souls. Untrue. So saith the lady, but what do you, the people, actually think? We hit the streets to find out. They're doing street interviews? Fight without Pharaoh's souls? Would even be the point? This is the Arcadian we're talking about. If we can't watch a muscular woman imbued with the... If if I can't watch a muscular woman imbued with a beast soul squeeze the life out of her enemies like she's making juice, I'm not interested. That man's a freak. The unenhanced warrior, just a novelty, I reckon. There to drum up excitement for the championship. It was interesting at first, I'll admit, but the act has gotten old and everyone's had enough of it. I know I have. Frankly, I despise the upstart. She forced the Howling Blade to retire with that outrageous wager for one thing. We don't need some outsider barging in and running roughshod over our traditions. Leave the Arcadian alone, you hear? Leave the Arcadian alone. I think Jolene sucks. Why are you confused? See, no one wants her pathetic excuse for entertainment. That's odd. There should have been some interviewees who supported Jolene as well. Or perhaps not. Your next are— oh my fucking god. What the fuck were they cooking with this? What the fuck? They know exactly who they're appealing to. That's crazy work. Damn. Oh my god. Damn them, they clearly only showed the interviews that serve the president's agenda. I think that was a little bit. Don't look at her with the puppy dog eyes. I'm sorry you had to see that. Jesus Christ. But you have plenty of supporters out there, and that's the honest truth. Forgive our sudden intrusion, but after the broadcast just now, we simply couldn't sit still. You're my hero, miss. I'll be cheering you on, so please don't give up. I actually have fans. There are many of us who feel the same. We believe in you, and we wanted you to know that. I get nervous whenever I watch you fight, but at the same time I'm inspired, given courage. I don't get that from fighters who use feral souls. That's right, and don't forget, souls weren't even used in the Arcadian in the beginning. I really like that jacket. She has a really cute fit. I bet the other fighters could also put on a thrilling show without enhancing themselves. Battles with feral souls are a spectacle. There's no denying that. But by the same token, it feels artificial. Your fights, on the other hand, are as real as it gets, and it fires me up like nothing else. So keep your head held high, and keep fighting the good fight in the heavyweight division. Please let me join your gym. I want to become a fighter just like Jolene. Well now, we'd be glad to have such an enthusiastic trainee. I must warn you though, the training isn't easy. Why don't you come back with your parents for a tour first? See, you have quite the following. Even if there aren't any more feral souls, it doesn't spell the end of the Arcadian. Many people admire and support you, and it's for them as well as you fight. Once I'm cured, I'd love to come out of retirement and fight unenhanced myself, and I believe the others feel the same. Is that so? Alright, we'll be there. Fight's about to start. The heavyweight matches are beginning. Madam's asked us to meet him in the green room as usual. That's wild. I do not think they have been like, I'll say that directly teasy since like Yotsuyu. Like that's insane. Christ. There's gonna be some bullshit for being a tank, isn't there? Been better. What's the big idea with the broadcast? I'm sorry, but it was the president's orders. It was all I could do to drop a hint that there were other opinions. The mass retirement and cruiserweight division has left the president feeling threatened. Whatever he may have said before, he's eager to be rid of you. On that matter, it's no use trying to convince the heavyweight fighters to quit. They've all been informed about their psychrochrosis, whatever, and choose to continue fighting of their own volition. That's because they've been told that if they can defeat you, they would be able to use the soul to cure their affliction. They'd be able to use my soul to cure their affliction? What? That bastard and his low tricks. Victory is your only way through this. So what anger you have, I suggest you channel it into the ring. As you did before, I have no doubt that you will make your mark in the heavyweight division as well. I'll take that crit for free. And I should have more than enough gear for this. The Breath Taker. Just when I think I've seen it all with the president, he comes up with another underhanded move. If Madame says it's true, we have little hope of convincing your opponents to quit. There's nothing for it but to stay the course then. While you fight to become Grand Champion, you trust in the others to rescue my sisters. If we can get the drop of life so we're about to turn the president in the end, we'll be able to save everyone. Alright, what's her promo? Because I already know her feral soul's a succubus. Alright then, let's take a look at your first heavyweight opponent. That's not a succubus. That's an Ahriman. Vamp Fatale, whom you had the displeasure of seeing in a broadcast earlier. That looks like pseudo-dragoon gear. That's interesting. She's a fiendish fighter who harnesses the soul of a Desmond, a giant bat whose powers allow her to suck the life out of her opponents. What is this track? They put in work for this one. Her biggest claim to infamy, though, is the fact that she... Jesus Christ. Her biggest claim to infamy, though, is the fact that she's a sadist. Inflicting pain brings her pleasure, and her ring is filled with apparatus for that purpose. Mind your surroundings out there, or you'll become her plaything. Dude. Dude. Remember, you have plenty of fans to believe in you, so believe in yourself and show them the strength of an unenhanced warrior. Dude. What was that last lyric? What was that last lyric? What was that last lyric? Dude. Dude, what the fuck? Your first foe in the heavyweight division is the merciless man-eater Vamp Fatale, a sadistic fighter who harnesses the soul of a Desmodont. She sucks the life out of her enemies and adorns her ring with apparatuses designed to torture and maim. Will the unenhanced warrior survive the deadly dominatrix's chamber of horrors and emerge triumphant, or will they be crushed under her heel? Dude, you can't say that's not what this fan is. I'm like 10 eye levels above this. Dude, that's wild. Oh, they changed the icon for Cheer on Blue. It's like slightly deeper blue. Interesting. Was that like mentioned in a patch note? That's so specific. Because I've had this emote for years. Okay, I already have Tank Stance on. This is gonna be something. I'm terrified of... I am looking forward to it, but I am also terrified. Either way, I got to test this in a real fight. Sweet Christ. How much of her changes, though? That's wild. Sweet Tooth Sadist. You hear the leather. Jesus Christ. That's wild. There are lions on the ground. We have a dancer. There are lines on the ground, there are spikes. There's barbs all around the arena. Whatever.
Will you cry out in pleasure or pain?
Feast your eyes on the lovely and lethal Femme Fatale! Will the challenger fall prey to the cruel mistress?
That's a half cleave. Oh, and she does it immediately back. Interesting. There are lions on the ground. Why are they moving? What is this? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's a tank buster. sadistic
I will
screech.
hear you scream.
They can't get away with this. What is happening there? Okay, we're back in Alexander. We are actually back in Alexander. Coffin filler. Oh my god.
You will become a stone on it.
Yo, this is rad. We haven't had this in years. Oh, flight parties. That's half cleaves. Half cleaves again. Oh, this is tight. That's right, Wyatt. Okay, she does teleport back.
My faithful
Crowd kill.
give me your ether.
That's magic.
She's draining the audience of their ether.
Sir!
All of you will feed me.
She has to... Why did that deal so much damage?
The challenger's in her realm now.
Okay, puddles. Those are gonna erupt. Oh my god. Oh, I like this. I really like this fight. Surprise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insatiable thirst. One healer's down.
You are a stubborn one, but it is not too late to beg for mercy.
I'm shaking my head in disapproval. What the fuck is this? Oh, and there's a tower? You have to... Yo, this fight is a lot. Okay, somebody ranged has to go for that one. This is bad.
Can they recover from this?
This is a lot. Like, that was a lot for... that was a lot of mechanics.
I have never known. More. I need more ether.
That went up to 2 now.
Draining the crowd ether again! I hope our dear spectators are feeling alright.
Half moon. Oh, that goes way further. Oh my god.
In pain lies pleasure.
Unleash even more evil! How will this end?
No, because that's gonna go off. Oh my god. And then other side. Reprising. Jesus Christ. Hardcore is the fucking tank buster. My parties.
And they're back in action. Shall they turn the tide? On your knees, damn you!
The bass in her voice, really? This is safe? Those go all the way. Full half moon. Okay, we're just repeating mechanics at this point. That does so much damage. Like, that needs to be mitigated. I got lucky. It's like halfway through. Oh, it's right at the edge of her hitbox. Okay. Three, 4, 5. Yeah. My party is. I like that fight. That one's good. The fact that you can hear the leather is insane.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger.
Wild.
It's all
Oh, I didn't even...
until next time.
I guess I'm getting a ring. Oh, a couple of people have done this like a couple times already. I'm kind of hedging my bets here. Alright. Bet. I'll take it. Wild fight. Wild. Your first heavyweight victory. I never doubted you for this moment, Julian. And I'm sure you heard them, but the audience was going absolutely wild. What is this? Daring Devils. Oh, this is the Blowjob Brothers. Now then, there's a bit of time before your next bout. That's because your opponent originally would have been none other than Wicked Thunder. For reasons we all know too well, they have called up a replacement, and who that is hasn't been decided yet. So let's head back to the gym for now. Oh, we're going back already? That's a wild fight. Like, there's a lot going on at the midpoint of that. But I really like that. That was, no, that's a lot to kind of, like, really keep your eyes open for. Demon. Little bastard kept biting me. That's the boy from before. What could be the matter? You know, what's wrong? Your gem, they wrecked it. What? Who? Why? There, kitty cat. We made ourselves at home while you were out. It is the Blowjob Brothers. You're the ones who did this? Oh, they smashed the TV too. We heard this was the unenhanced Cook's Hot. Cook's Hot. So we decided to drop by and say hello. What have we here? It's a dynamic duo who have taken tag team matches by storm. The Extremes. Could they be Jolene's next opponents? The unenhanced warrior is a single specialist though, so I expect she will be pitted against only one of them. Which brother will it be that takes the ring? The older, cooler, and collected deep blue, or the younger, fierce, and fiery red hot? It'll be both of us naturally. So they are actually brothers too. Don't worry though, we'll tag in and out, so it'll be a fair fight. I don't believe that. We're cool with that, yeah? Come at me together if you like. That's the only way you can win. Big words, big shot. But we won't break the rules, right, bro? We wouldn't? But don't we always? No, we wouldn't. Oh, is that meant to be a secret? Not another word out of you. You had a good ride so far, Kook. But I won't go so smooth. But it won't go so smooth for you on our surf. Oh, they're surfer bros. You're gonna wipe out and wipe out hard. You guys are losers. And there you have it, your next opponents. Please see to your preparations and come to the green room. And I'm sorry for this awful mess. There was nothing I could do to prevent it. Nice. I can't tell if he was laughing or he was genuinely angry. This isn't a good time for a tour, I'm afraid. Would you mind coming back after I've sorted things out? The Spatsters did a real number. Wait, where are the kittens? They're safe, thankfully. They sensed the danger and fled upstairs. Aww. I actually arrived earlier and witnessed them in the act. I was furious and wanted to stop them, but I feared I would draw the president's attention. Forgive me. I have news. We found a promising lead on Nayuni and Eutrip's whereabouts. Truly. One of Honey's devoted fans is an employee of the Ascension Arcadian, and he divulged the details of the security at the company complex. That is that much of a fan that he will throw his job on the line. Thanks to him, we now know that right after your sisters were kidnapped, they curiously doubled the watch in a certain area. According to Green, it's a plushy reception hall used to entertain important guests, and in all likelihood, that's where the girls are being held. While security is tight, we have a plan to create an opening and a mountain rescue. Schickel will use her magics and cause a commotion, which I'll exploit to sneak inside. That's quite a daring strategy, but I have faith that you can pull it off. We will carry out the mission during your next match. If you do what you do best and put on a good show, the attention you draw to the ring would only aid our cause. So I help by being on TV and making it look good. So I get the easy part this time. So, you'll be pitted against the extremes next. It reminds me of my own time fighting as a tag team with Hector. You were a tag team with Hector? When we were still no-name newcomers. Why have I never heard about this? Our signature move was the ultimate Mega Boom kick. Hector would encase me in flames and send me flying at our opponents. Not only did it look impressive, it had some kick to it as well. Pardon the pun. Alas, we hardly drew any spectators, so management disbanded our team. We were still trying to find our place back then. But getting back to the present, like all tag teams, the Extremes will unleash powerful coordinated attacks. Take care when you face them. I'm gonna wait until I see the fight. But even on the premise, this makes me terrified. Of the Savage, specifically. Well, I suppose we'd better head to the green room. The mess can wait for now. Like, is this going to be a trend where the second where the second fights are just like nightmares for the tanks to deal with. Like, is this going to specifically be the trend where, like, okay, tanks have to suffer? But it depends on what exactly they want to do with this fight. And that's going to be the fun part in figuring out. Let's take a closer look at your opponents. Red Hot and Deep Blue, who formed a popular tag team, Extremes. Oh my god, this music. They're originally professional servers who rose to fame with their feats as Solution Science Artificial Wave Pool. The brothers harness the souls of storm divers, great lizards capable of manipulating elements to perform dangerous techniques. As you can probably guess, the Deep Blue commands water, while Red Hot wields flames. I say brothers, but they're obviously not related by blood. It's just part of their gimmick. Having said that, they do make for a fearsome team. To echo Restera, you'll need to be ready for their coordinated attacks. Once you've dealt with them, you'll be just one bout away from becoming Grand Champion. So get out there and give those gym wreckers what for. We'll see who's who. We'll see who's who wipes out who. Okay, I think I have ads coming up in a sec, so I might do... When was this here? When did this get here? Mnemonics. Oh, they give you exact hours. Interesting. Those are discontinued. Okay, so. That's not good. So I'm gonna do... Like in a cuddle puddle. First off, I'm gonna trade these in. Where is... God, I forget how to do the... I forgot the Tome Exchange. I think that's in Mordona? This is like... Something's going on with this. No tokens. There's the exchange. Okay. So I have ads coming up in a sec, but I will do trial roulette real quick. Do not lie to me. You said healer was the one in need. There it is. Yeah, so quickly run through that while ads are gonna start in a sec. I might just start closing this. Oh, okay. That's concerning.
Let the victor's reign be sanctioned by the blood of the fallen. I need more power.
This is also a good test to make sure that I still have it for healing. That was bad. This is the one that moves. I really need that other healer to get up right now. feel like I'm solo healing this.
I am the worthy king. There is no miracle. This is my path. I trust only in myself. It's mine, the ultimate power.
Ow, ow, ow.
This power is proof of my authority.
Okay, so we're just here. That's out. Goodbye, Dragoon.
Creation yields to my command. My will resonates within reality.
Which one is he picking? Syncing with that one.
Mine is a path.
My favorite. Should be safe here.
Light my blades.
Goodbye, Red Mate. I'm lagging kind of badly.
Mine is the power.
It ate the input. My inputs are getting devoured. I was in the wrong spot. Out. This is not the raid. This is me doing trials so that I didn't have to stop during ad break. But also welcome Saidaku. That was rough, but whatever. That was like really weird. That is the wrong glamour. Alright. Heavyweight M2. Introducing themselves by devastating Totalis training, the extremes have not only challenged you, but have made matters personal. Professional surfers, infamous for their dangerous stunts and destructive behavior, to do harnesses the souls of storm divers in battle to manipulate the elements of fire and water. For the sake of your second and more, it's time you taught these gym wreckers some manners. I'm trying to think of a place that has like striking dummies out in the open that I could actually use. There's like two that I can think of that aren't in a place that's spoilers, but I don't like those ones. I like going to the one that I like. Actually, there's one in Yaldamal that I can use for like a little. Because I really like this Gunbreaker change. But like, I need to be in a combo for a while for it to like really sink in. Speaking of. Okay. This is for me. One. Two. I should be using my cartridge first. I think I only changed it for one fight, and then I didn't adjust back. Well, good time to test it. Oh, the striking dummy is still on my whatever. Anyway, here's the blowjob brothers. What are those? Is that inflatable chocobo? Is this a water park? I hate this surfer rock so much.
On waves and flames they ride, the deadly duo, the extremes.
Daring Devils, the extremes. So they're gonna be tagging in and out. Where's the other one? This is a huge water park.
This will be a tag team match of extreme proportions.
I can handle you alone.
And this is why you don't pull before the fucking tank, because now my opener's completely ruined. Oh my god, that leaves puddles. What? Why is that targeting Frey? That's not targeting Frey. That's... Why did that target a healer? Who does that target? Wait, that target's two per roll.
I'll wipe you out.
Hey, save some fun for me.
Huh?
He's tagging in.
You're tagging me for this?
If there ain't a wave to ride, just fake one yourself.
Is that a knockback? It is. Oh my god.
Bet you've never seen anything this gnarly.
What is that? Oh. That's gonna be nasty. Oh my fucking god.
Disqualification.
No. And my stream's fine too. This is exactly what I thought they were gonna do. I'm looking. My stream connection's fine. So I know this is the game. Oh my god. Oh, that's bad. How did I survive? Like... Like, I was, because I had the thing open. Because I had the launcher open. And like, I saw one of the things that was like mentioning, that was mentioning like reports of a DDoS attack. I'm like, huh, I wonder if that's done. Nope, it's not. Sound like a certain 2000s emo rock band? It does. It's very surfer rock. Like it's nuts. Yeah, it does sound like Green Day. Some 41 Green Day. Like, there's parts of it. Like, it's very distinct. This is nuts. That's a really cute glam. I'm gonna have to figure out, like, eventually sometime to do a bunch of my glams. I don't think I'm ever changing my Gunbreaker one though. I really like this one. But they really opened up the options with this new stuff. Why is there an inflatable chocobo? It's kind of like NCR. If the other dude didn't jump in, I would genuinely try to convince these other three for like a light party. It's not a beach, it is a water park. There's a water slide, even though there's pyrotechnics. There's diving boards, there's water all behind us, there's an inflatable chocobo back there. I really like this arena, actually. Like, it's very distinct, I like it. I think that's something that they've done incredibly well for, like, all of the raids to sex back. Like, each arena looks very distinct and interesting. I can't stand this. I can't stand this rock. I can't stand this. Wait, what is that thing you have? Brotherly love. Determined to protect the brother in arms and will take a blow for said brother should he be in a tight spot. Is this Oppressor again? Oh, we're gonna be here for a bit. Okay, we got 2 more people. Sounds like cover. This is wild. I didn't even notice that we had a dancer. Like the move. Yeah, it does. Like, I don't know what that... I want to figure out what that means. Because it does sound like whenever one gets close to dying, the other one will, like, stay alive. I can't get over how cute this glam is. And for a dancer, too. Still waiting on our 2 DPS. This is insane. The cost of wanting to do raid on release day, who could imagine? There's the red mage. If I want to drop clams in Discord, where should I post? You can put that in gaming. Because I'll probably find a time, sometime, to just like go through and just adjust a bunch of my glamour plates. Also, this DDoS stuff is going to keep continuing. I'm probably only going to do the, raids here and then probably dip out. And then I'll do the story sometime else. This is wild. Oh, you got an iPhone. Who even... This sucks. Looks like Anders from Dragon Age 2. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. She's playing with his phone. Are they racing? Welcome, Hail Cat. Wait, they have permanent sprint because they're not in combat. What's... Casually just waiting. So we're waiting for our last DPS to come back. Unless there's a, like, really insane mechanic. M9 was wild. Like, in terms of presentation, there's a lot going on in that fight. I like it. I like M9 a lot. Oh! They came back. Just waiting on the bard, it seems. I can't be listening to this goddamn music for more. Please, please. Like, I can't. What is man doing? I'm gonna count down. Because I don't know how long we were just sitting here. Also, I'm right. Like, this is gonna also just be the tank fight. I don't hate pop punk. I love pop punk, but like this, I can't stand listening to this one song constantly. That hurt. So that's one healer and one DPS. Oh, that just... That's the DPS and a healer again. Is this gonna be a fight that requires clock spots? hate this dude.
Deep Blue's lost his food. He's tagging in.
If there ain't a wave to ride, just make one yourself.
It's where he's standing. How close to the side? Okay, yeah, it's wherever he's standing. Wherever he is at, I guess.
Seen anything this gnarly?
I'm surprised I survived that. Wait, was that a misdirect?
You're going down. What a drag. Let's do this together, bro.
Both brothers have entered the ring. Oh, that's grounds for disqualification.
They don't fight alone either, so it's only fair. The extreme.
Where the fuck?
It seems the referee is allowing it. It's double trouble for the challenger.
They're just getting.
That's a tower. That's a second tower. Oh my god.
Hey, check out this smooth teamwork.
I'm just not allowed. I'm just not allowed to do anything past that phase transition. This is nightmarish. Like, I am just not allowed to play the game. I'm very curious what that savage is gonna be like. And me saying that also means that I know that I'm gonna have to tank that. I already did M6. I already did M6. I don't want to do this again. I'm tired. I'm tired, but at the same time, I really do like these fights that are just like, hey, we're actually gonna give the tank something to do. Like, no, that's fun. I like that. I like actually having to think. But like, this is ridiculous. I've only been able to get one fight done. And then do... Oh my god. I've been only able to get one fight done, and then I'm just sitting here waiting. Anyway, this is a very fun patch night. I probably would have had better luck doing this stuff earlier. Because especially right now, because right now is prime time. Like right now is certainly prime time with the most amount of people on. So that's definitely not helping the situation. And usually I do stream like 14 patches like really early. But I wanted to do Zato today. I wanted to finish off Zato, and that was worth it. But like this, This is ridiculous. And like for once, well, not for once, but like I can tell that it's not my, I can tell it's not my connection. And that's the odd, I'd say, benefit of the fact that I'm streaming this. Because I can at least look over, and if I see that the stream connection is like, you're streaming at 0 kilobits per second, I'm like, oh, okay, that means that I did something wrong, or my connection's bad. But the stream I'm looking at is completely stable. That last one's ridiculous, because like I was actively moving and doing mechanic. How was Atto's ending? I really like it. For like a free VN, like no, that was really, it was nice, it was sweet, it was interesting. I'm probably gonna keep an eye out for that developer's like next few works. And I'm honestly, I'm debating on getting the art book. My sins are after me. But if I'm very interested, because now I certainly want to do this fight on, now I certainly, if I do this Savage, if I do this fight on Savage, I absolutely have to tank. And if I tank this one, and depending on how fun the other ones are, this will probably be, this is probably going to be like the first X-Back where like I've main tanked since Stormblood. And that's been a while. That's been a while since I've mainly been tanking for like an entire X-Back. Because I was fully going into this with the expectation of healing. But no, they've been making the fights consistently more interesting, and I like it. And also the fact that I get 6 cartridges. The fact that I get 6 cartridges. Like, that feels so much nice. That feels so nicer. It feels so much better than all the other bullshit that I had to deal with before. Plus, this is admittedly way more of a me thing. I like the fact that Double Down costs 2. I like that Double Down costs 2 cartridges. Mostly because it's completely psychological. It's completely psychological, and functionally, there's no real distinction, but like, the fact that it takes 2 carts and that I see those 2 carts disappear, it makes me think, oh, that's definitely a lot better and a bigger hit than like my Gnashing Fang combo. Plus it makes more sense with the animation because you're doing 2 swipes with it. But that's me being completely nitpicky. But it also makes Gunbreaker feel a lot more unique, especially now that you get 2 charges of Gnashing Fang. So I'm no longer clipping GCDs to make sure that I'm not to make sure that my stuff doesn't get completely off, like out of line. Like, no, I like the Gunbreaker changes. Especially the fact that I get Revolver Best Gunblade. I really like the 91. I really like the 91. Not the 91, the 90, the one that I have. How is this still going?
I'm not finished with you yet.
Oh, cool. Oh, what the fuck? How have you been surviving these? Sir! This is why they nerfed... This is why they nerfed Viper's, AoE. How are you supposed to, like, oh... I was trying my best to give that black mage literally as much space as possible. We're doing this. That's nuts.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger! It's all over. Until next time.
I'm not. I don't feel right rolling for this gear. I'll give basically everybody first dibs on everything else. Oh, people want the... That's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go back and do that eventually. I slept through that fight through no fault of my own. On the lighthouse space. And you did that on Dark Knight too. Christ. I'm gonna have to go back and properly do that fight so I can have my own opinion on that. That's wild. First Vamp Patel, know the extremes at once. You're incredible. Yeah, I did that. That was all me. I knew you'd beat those bullies, Jolene. You just look so cool out there. It ain't over till it's over. Girl, you do not need to keep posing like that. How will you fare when you have no simulacra at your disposal? Pretty fine. Not here. Cowards. A weapon master? You're the champion. Honorless curs. You are a blight upon the Acadian. Begone from my sight. Sir, why are you standing on a crazy taxi? It's the tyrant. What's the grand champion doing here? Yo, who is driving his crazy taxi? That has to be the ride that you get for doing this. Put up your weapon, challenger. A warrior does not engage her opponent outside the sacred ring. I'm the Grand Champion of the Ascension Arcadian Championship. All I know about you, Upstart. And I know all about you, Upstart. You think yourself a babyface who brings change, but to me you're a heel who would tear down our traditions. That's right, you're nothing but a villain. If you are resolved to destroy the Arcadian as we know it, it is only meet that... Ooh. It is only meet that you understand how it came to be. Listen well. It all began with the president's ancestor. The man was noble in the kingdom of Lindblum, known for his love and patronage of the theatrical arts. They all see this as theater. When the storm surge came to a head, he was forced to flee his homeland. For years, he wandered the endless waste in desperation. He sought refuge here, in the enemy nation of Alexandria. To his great surprise, the Alexandrians welcomed him with open arms, and in sight of them toiling hand in hand to build new lives, he saw a vision of the ancient paradise of myth, Arcadia. He longed to repay the kindness he had received, and at length found the answer in fighting contests that the people enjoyed in secret as a diversion. Using the riches he had brought with him, he created a new form of entertainment, one that blends thrilling fights and gripping theatrics. Thus was the Arcadian born. Alas, it did not endure in its original iteration. As survival grew more challenging, it became increasingly difficult to host matches. Eventually, they ceased to be held altogether, and the Arcadian was all but forgotten. The years passed, advancements in Electro brought stability, and the advent of soul technology a sense of security. For the first time in generations, Alexandrians experienced tedium. Wishing to provide the excitement they craved, the president revived the Arcadian and held matches that pitted recreated simulacra against each other. And when the people clamored for fiercer fights, he satisfied them by introducing the use of feral souls. In this way did the Arcadian rise up to become the premier form of entertainment in Alexandria and a pillar of our culture. That's fascinating. Professional wrestling as like a cornerstone of entertainment and culture. This is the Arcadian's history, the legacy that lives on in its sacred halls. This is what you seek to destroy. That's a nice earring too. Feral souls are the very soul of we fighters, and we will not allow an outsider to dictate our culture and take them from us. Hear, hear, all hail the tyrant, the one true king of the Arcadian. Feral souls obfuscate the true splendor of battle. I love that line. Exactly. More than a spectacle, I want to see a real fight. That's where the excitement lies. You may have garnered attention for fighting unenhanced, but in the end you are not more than a heel intended to create excitement. It is your fate to fall. That card is wild. As you saw for yourself, the Tyrant's force is a force to be reckoned with. Even when not using a feral soul, What's more, as Grand Champion, he has access to the soul repository and can choose the best soul for each opponent. But on top of that, he's a weapon master. That makes it hard to offer advice. If only we knew which soul he'd use, we'd have something to work with. Anyway, let's get back to the gym. I'm anxious how the rescue mission went. Interesting. Now I'm curious about this Grand Champion. Ristar and others haven't returned yet. I hope they're alright. At least she's safe. At least she's safe. But what about the other sister? I'm sorry, we weren't able to rescue Eutrope. We found the Uni in a reception hall, but there was no sign of Eutrope, and no time to search for her. The kidnappers removed Eutrope's regulator when they abducted us, and then they took her somewhere else. Removed her regulator. That's what they do to the immortalized. Technically speaking, because of how we are in the story, a lot of these should be gone to begin with. Come on now, don't lose heart yet. Times like this, you gotta keep on grooving. Have some tact, will you? We're talking about their sister. No, he's right. Now isn't the time to be fearing the worst. It's already a blessing that Uni is safe and sound. Still, I doubt the president will sit idly by in response. I worry what he might do next. You can rest easy on that front. We actually have a collaborator on the inside. Matam. We approached him without explanation, and we were pleasantly surprised when he agreed to help. He's contrived to make it so the president doesn't learn of our foray in a hurry. Furthermore, Matem has an idea of where Eutrope might be. He promised he would see her safely return. Perhaps I misjudged him. But can we really trust him? I feel unsafe too, to be honest. But right now, we don't have any other choice but to trust him. I have some good news too. While I was locked away in a reception hall, I was able to access the terminal and retrieve some useful information. That is the Tyrant's data. In the upcoming match, he intends to use the soul of a behemoth. Cool. That's fitting. I expect the preparations for the match will be finished soon, so let's head to the Arcadian. It'll be over soon. Once your trip has been freed and you become a Grand Champion, no one will fight with feral souls again, and those afflicted with psychokinesis can be cured. Slight problem. There are 4 fights in a raid tier. These are only 3. It's gonna be another meteor. I can't wait for more meteor. Aw! Seems Palm wants to join you. Perhaps she thinks Hector will be at the Arcadian. Maybe she wants to cheer Julian on as well. Let's bring her along, eh? The baby. So, we fight the Grand Champion, and there's still gonna be one more fight. Baby. Yeah. Right, let's make our way to the Arcadian. Given the huge publicity surrounding the match, there's bound to be some fans along the way. Why not take a moment to talk to them? I expect I'll have some words of encouragement for you. Speak with your fans in the True View while Yana and Palm are accompanying you. Oh, even Palm's here. This is nice though. This is nice, like being able to walk through and just like talk with all your fans. You can beat the tyrant and become the Grand Champion. When I grow up, I'm gonna become a fighter like you. Then we can form a tag team together and teach bad guys a lesson. Like, no, this is sweet. I like this. Aside from being terrified of the behemoth part of the feral soul, God, you're stylish. I can't believe your heavyweight title match is already happening. I have every faith you'll win and usher in a new era of the Arcadian. Now that we are connected to the outside world, our society has begun to change. It's only natural that the Arcadian changes as well. Cute fit. I got completely distracted looking at her, I'm gonna be completely honest. I completely forgot what I was going to even say. Self-assured fan, mild-mannered fan. The unstoppable upstart is speaking to me. What an honor this is. Truth be told, I lost someone dear to me in recent attacks. But as I was wallowing in grief, I saw you facing your foes entirely unenhanced, and it gave me the courage to carry on. I'm not the only one either. There are many others like me who are inspired by your unfaltering figure in the ring, and to see you become Grand Champion would be the greatest inspiration of all. That's really nice. Hearing from the fans really fires you up, doesn't it? They inspire you as much as you inspire them. Come on, let's continue on to the green room. No, that's like... No, given everything that happens, especially here, during the story, like, no, that's honestly really sweet to hear. It's nice. Also says ads are gonna start in like 20 seconds. I honestly do this here. I honestly prefer them starting at this point rather than in the middle of the fight. That means I only did that one fight in the entire time between the two ads. And this is... Baby. She wants to cheer Jolene on. That's not a problem, is it? No, certainly not. If you would please follow me. Give me that free crit. Before I do that, because I know that ads are gonna start in a sec, or at least they should be starting, I'm gonna run over and see what I can get with those 2 rings. I actually don't even know if the gear that they have is worth it for me, because so much of my stuff is 760. The only thing that isn't 760 is the weapon, and that was the thing that I was working on last. It's 770, so it is worth it. Ooh. Strength, fit, crit, skill, speed. Strength, vitality, crit, skill, speed. Strength, fit, crit, tenacity. That could stop billing. Crit, skill, speed. Crit, skill, speed. Interesting to give me skill speed on this. Yeah, you get top billing. Strength, vit, dat, tenacity. I'd rather not have my skill speed fucked with, at least for right now. Oh, wait. Is my mask like blocking it? Proper 760. I can also melt this quick. No. Let me actually put that crit to good use. Or not. Do I have tenacity? Of course I have tenacity. Okay. For the first tier, it's not gonna matter. At least for the first, like, fights, it's not gonna matter. And tenacity is also not too bad, but at this point in the tier, it's not worth it. But considering that I don't have any of the crafted stuff... Actually, there should be crafted stuff this patch. Should be crafted stuff this patch, but then there's also that ring's good. Bracelet, crit, vit, tenacity, crit, vit, dat. I actually kind of want to get that. I'll worry about that stuff later. I'll worry about I'll worry about whatever the finer details and whatever, like, later. But for right now, like, this gear's fine. Like, I'm already way above what, I'm already way above, what most people are. So, like, I don't really need to sweat the small details about stats and stuff for right now. Plus, there's always the off chance that I might Palm meows for lonely at the door. There's always the chance that I'll still just like go over to heal or melee for whatever. Heavyweight title match. I'm starting to feel a little nervous, I have to admit. Baby. Seems she wants to find her master, just like Rastara said. It's heartbreaking. Right. Better focus. I suppose this is the last time for this, but let's take a look at your opponent. Oh look, Meteor. The reigning Grand Champion of Arcadian, the Tyrant. Prior to becoming a fighter, he was a peerless hunter renowned for his mastery of all weaponry. In the ring, he wields an arsenal of arms and freely switches between them as the situation demands. Based on the information Naomi found, he'll be using the soul of the behemoth, a fell beast that possesses terrible strength and magics. Trust me, I'm well aware. In addition to powerful physical attacks, he'll unleash devastating whirlwinds and meteors. More than ever, you'll have to take care. Now go out there and win one last time. Claim the title and usher in a new era for the Arcadian. One where lives aren't sacrificed for entertainment. M3. So then, I'm gonna call this shot here. It means that either the fourth fight is actually with the president using feral souls, or it is somehow Brute Bomber coming back. And switch our weapons freely too. If only. I wish they would add a weapon masterclass in this. The Grand Champion has condemned your crusade to abolish the use of feral souls. Well aware that the outcome of your clash will decide the Arcadian's future, all of Alexandria now watches with great anticipation, eager to see if the unenhanced warrior will usher in a revolution, or if the tyrant's reign will rage on. Baby. Because why is Palm here? This music rocks. Damn. That's also been something that's been really good about, like, this X-Pack especially. Like, each of the fights having their own unique track is so good. Like, it gives the fighters not only their own personality, but, like, more good music. I'm never gonna say no to that. Not that. What's in my inventory? Why do I have this? Right, I still want the Prish gear. Damn it, I'm gonna have to keep doing that. Oh, right. Can I get to the gold saucer before my Q pops? New stage has been added. Oh, a new stage has been added to Air Force One. I don't even use that. I don't even do that one anyway. Remember, kids, keep gambling. Whatever. Royal late for fight with the head of your kitty and using to immortalize. I have a very vague already idea of what it is. Literally a vague outline, because I did see somebody was very quick about uploading the music and they did not cover that fight at all. And I'll admit that also kind of fed into why I wanted to do this today. Malevolent Weasel, how have I not seen that name before? on the Brute Abominator side. Non-zero chance. Aw, the princely hatching. There's a non-zero chance that it is Brute Bomber again. Oh, wait, I actually need to... I thought that was another 0. I have so much trash in here, I just have to sell this eventually. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard not to acknowledge baby oil. I love this game, but goddamn. I can't stand it. I can't stand this game sometimes. Is this the fight that has the Tom Morello track? Because my assumption was that they were going to use it for this fight. Actually, I didn't even realize that I'm using her hairstyle. Ugh, that... I can't. This is Makai stuff. That's all caster stuff. Ooh. These bottoms aren't actually that bad, though. I kind of vibe with that, too. And quarter shirts are paid for chroma glands. Like they're rarely adaptable. This ain't bad either. Not the style that I want for a gunbreaker. That's actually pretty cool too. Does this have dye channels? I don't think it does. Oh, there we go. Trust. Alright. How's meter gonna factor into this? Iron Fist, the Tyrant. Sir, why'd you do that flip? No dancer. He is the king with an Iron Fist.
It's looking nice.
At long last, the decisive match, against the Grand Champion! Will the challenger triumph and seize the tyrant's throne?
First, I shall take your measure. Show me your footwork.
Footwork?
Another attack evaded with a bomb.
Draw steel. So it changes based on the weapon. This has to be a donut.
Once again, they flip the
So axe is out. Axe is out.
How about this?
Scythe is... This is new. Oh. Oh! What is this? Okay. Savage has to be him using more weapons.
Behold, the essence of martial mastery.
I see. Donut. Okay. Oh no, I read that wrong. He's doing them in those spots.
absolute brutality. The champion's power is unmatched.
There is much more to come.
Donut out and then cross. Where's your angle for this though? Okay, it's based off of where you go for that.
The challengers holding their own.
It has been a long time since I've enjoyed myself so.
Dance of Domination trophy. Oh! What is this?
Oh, it's tyranny time, folks. He knows no mercy, and he's never tasted defeat.
Raw steel.
No more holding back.
Charterbistopia. Oh, cool. Heal check.
Unenhanced warrior.
Assault Apex.
Well then, what is he going to do with all those weapons?
That is a good question. Cross from there. Another cross from there. He's doing something.
The champion is ruthless indeed.
Okay. Yeah.
My reign is absolute. I will not lose.
The tyrant altered his form. He looks even more tyrannical than before.
No folly.
Meteor rain.
King me unenhanced.
Oh, cool. What the fuck is that? Tethers. There's towers. You have to keep the meteors up. Come here, come here. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. There it is. There's a meteor. He does it multiple times? Interesting. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. I thought that was gonna be, This is a lot. Towers. That's gonna knock us to the other side.
And they're back in action. Can they turn the tide?
I love you, Platinum Weapon. They're really keeping up that trend of like, this is Diamond Weapon again. This is Diamond Weapon again. Tumults. Again? Six cartridges makes me feel unholy things. Cool. Wait, Stardust. I'm just gonna reprise this. So this one we have to keep moving. Do we have to move out of that? Oh, that's cool. That fight is awesome. That fight is so cool. That is going to be a nightmare on Savage. That fight is rad.
It's all over. Until next time.
That's a really cool fight. I like that a lot. That was so cool. Jillian has disposed the tyrant and to rise up as the grand champion. What brings the referee out now? I'm pleased to see I was not mistaken about you. It's the president. None other. Though this is obviously not my true form. I am in my quarters on the uppermost floor. Deal's a deal. Tell us where the drop of life is. It is here with me. Come, I shall give it to you. You have earned a special audience. The drop of life. I haven't the faintest what this is about, but I better take a camera to capture these events. I don't know what this is about, but this sounds like it's good for TV. That's to justify him still announcing and commentating on the final fight. Oh, this is lavish. This is a theater. Not what I expected. The Lindworm, legendary serpent of Eld and namesake of my homeland. By infusing myself with its soul, I have come to assume this form. The president has become this terrifying creature. Eutrop. And those people, why they're the immortalized. Why is she? You promised you would save her. I'm truly sorry, but it seems he was one step ahead of us. You have served me well, madam, but I have long been aware of your duplicity. Arrayed behind me are all the fighters who have been immortalized. With each feral transformation, their souls were ravaged until they ultimately met their demise. A pitiable fate. They shall make a fitting audience for the final act, here in this faithfully recreated Limblom Theater. Points for the theatrics. To use the bodies of the departed as a decoration. This is pure depravity. People of Alexandria, in my mission to bring you ever more thrilling entertainment, I have given my very body and soul. I acquired the power of the mighty Lindworm, and thence sought to create fighters who could offer me fierce contest. Alas, all died prematurely, taken by his soul-consuming affliction. But at last I may know peace, for the one I have long awaited has appeared. With the actors thus assembled, the greatest show in Arcadian history may finally begin. In feverish heights shall all sorrow and tedium be swept away. This is inconceivable. How could the president do such a thing simply for entertainment? Unenhanced warrior, know that you have merely become heavyweight. You have merely become heavyweight champion. If you wish to be crowned the true grand champion, you must now defeat me. You're doing this all for the show. I'll send you slithering back to your hole. That's the spirit. See to it that you spare no preparation. Nothing short of perfection will suffice for our performance. Shocking truth has been revealed and the final match has been set. How will this harrowing tale conclude? The theatrics and staging for this are really winning me over. Like, I'm very, very biased. Ending a raid tier focused around wrestling performances and having the final arena be a very classical theater is incredible. To think that the fighters are dying from using hero souls just because he wanted thrills. The Arcadian is my escape, but if I had known the price for it. If this is the way it is, then our only hope is that for the unstoppable upstart to win. Let's all cheer her on against the evil president. Sir, you're not Clark Kent. You're not hiding under that hat. But that's so cool. This is such a... Like, I really like this storyline. Ultimate evil Vince McMahon. Like... I mean... It's not inaccurate. Like... No, that's so cool that, like, all these fans... The Rings Reprieve. Like, no, the Arcadian is this very important thing to Alexandrian culture. So many people are enraptured by it. And like, no, they like it for the entertainment, but finally seeing the actual literal life-destroying cost it's taking on the performers. They still like their entertainment, they still want it, but they don't want their stars to die for it. I really like this story, and admittedly that's a very, like, it's coming from a very performance and like artist-centric like bias, but like, no, I love this. This is great. Deep down I feared we might be too late. I steeled myself for the worst, but the reality was too much to bear. When I saw the president had exploited my sister and all those others, I tried to use a feral soul without thinking. I wanted nothing more than to fight with you, but I know I'd only hold you back. And I'd be a fool to attempt again with a feral soul. In his twisted mind, the president might think this is just a show, but to me, this is a reckoning. For you, Trope, and all the fallen fighters, bring that monster to justice. I'm not live streaming any wrestling event. I'd be fucking shot down instantly. And no, this will not get me into wrestling. Upon claiming the Tyrant's crown, you are escorted to the uppermost floor of the Arcadian, where you are at last granted an audience with the president. Yet what meets your eyes is the horrific sight of his soul-imbued form, the serpentine Lindworm. Arrayed behind him is a sickening display of the fallen immortal eyes, sacrifices in the president's bid to create a fighter who could contend against him. Now the stage is set. To avenge the victims of his sinister script and rise to become the true grand champion, you must stop the president once and for all. Like, at the start, I'll be honest, at the start, especially like of the raid tier, it didn't hook me. It didn't hook me like immediately. I like the fights, I like the presentation, but like the story, I wasn't sure necessarily where they were going with it. I warmed up to it around this, I was warmed up to it a lot more around Cruiserweight. This cemented this as possibly, you must stop the president. It's an insane line. I think this part of the story, like wrapping it up here, probably my favorite story since, I'll say, Eden. Like, I really like this. I think this might be one of the, I think this is possibly the best raid tier that they've done in a long time. Definitely a lot better than Pandemonium. I really liked Eden. I think Alexander's unfair, but that gets like second place. This is gonna take me a bit to think about, but it might be Alexander number 3. And then this and Eden fighting for number 1 and 2. Like, I'm really liking this.
True face of the villainous president, the mighty serpent of yore, the Lindworm!
Glory incarnate, the Lindworm. Hi Gabe, thank you for the raid. Perfect time. So this is where the Rights Against the Machine track came in. This is wild. This is an insane track. Yeah, this is the end of the newest raids here. And he just made this and gave it to them? Like... This is... That's a swipe on right. I never thought I would hear a lyric that said never let the ops win in 14. What the hell? Oh my god. Why are we here? He's... Oh my god. Is that getting tighter? That's such a cool mechanic.
Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach.
This is so much this is so better. So much better than Pandemonium. Yeah, hi Gabe. Hi Moro. Thank you for the raid. This is an insane time for this. That's Ravenous Reach. Where are you? Oh, that's weird.
Oh, even I felt that. Can't afford to be careless now.
We have something on us. What is that? Bursting Grotesquerie. Okay, so that's just something that goes off after a delay. No, it is a great time. It is a great time. It's just very... Oh my god. I just have to pay attention. Bring down the house. What do we... Okay. Where's the other head? Oh, you have to look. Is that a knockback? Cool. Okay, that goes kind of far, actually. That's a different... Yeah, no. Oh my god. Okay. That's what I get for talking shit about Pandemonium. And here's a Pandemonium mechanic again. This boss is gnarly. Tank Buster. The song is just in it is just in 14. This track was made by, I believe it's the lead guitarist for Rage Against the Machine. Like, this wasn't a collab track or anything. It was just a track that he made and then he sent them because he heard that the music producer was a fan of Rage Against the Machine. So he was like, hey, here, have this track. It's gonna knock me back. That was really dangerous. I messed that up. I love that line. Is that just a poison dot tick? Oh, that's bad. The Fixer? Oh, that's dead. We don't have healers. No, wait, we do. Alright. No, we can still recover this. Come on. I've dealt with the Yans. This is hardly anything. Reach. I tried. That's so cool. Okay. First off, let me give Gabe the shout out. This is yeah, you can't really adjust when there's not a you can't really adjust when there's no healer alive. This is so good. Hang on. Insane that this is just in 14. Push us that way. Yeah, of course that sound has to get through. But then that grows. That goes so large. Can't make it to the first one. The automaton queen, please get out of there. Okay, I can see why they probably spoiled this track early. That's burst, which means we need to spread. That's in 15 seconds. Okay, Splatter Shed is raid wide. This is usually not the type of boss that I really like, but damn, I like this one a lot. Oh, it can go on. Okay, so those can go anywhere. Where is it sending me? I hate this. That sun's behind me. That means I can just do this fine. That's so fast. It has to do something when it gets close to the end, too. That's gonna bring us into the middle. Can't ever get out of the first one. That's a really cool mechanic. I think I'm better off also holding for my 2-minute. This is the tricky one. I can only save one. This is such a cool fight. I love this fight for ending the tier. This has to be a Nightmare and Savage. I hate this one. There are lines on the floor. Where's it sending me? That's back. Ravenous Reach. That's on Scholar. That also just does a lot of damage, damn. I have to sit in a corner for this. Fight mage, please. This is gonna be dangerous, but I'm also gonna have to go back into the settings to mess with the sound, like right before I hit like 5%. That one was really close. There is...
Victory goes to the champion! Could the Lindworm's regeneration be out of control? The Lindworm's completely
Huh?
outrageous regenerative power!
It's taking way more damage though. It completely changed its pattern. Those are way bigger than they were before. doesn't nearly have as much health as before, but still. That's why that person said don't waste LB. Okay, you can't do that twice. That's
Unbelievable! The champion's done it! The president has been defeated!
wild. That's so cool. That might be my favorite turn for since Alexander. You get a little grooving dancing green. That is an incredible fight to end this raid tier. Damn. Yeah. I'm speechless. Incredible. Incredible. Now that I finally did that, how is stream game? Also, thank you for the follow, Steph. Wow. We won't allow anyone else to die. Jeez, thank you. That which you seek lies before you. The aether yielded by the Lindworm's heart is the stimulant for the regeneration factor. Played some Silk Song. Good. I've heard great things about that. I still don't know whenever I'm probably gonna get around to it. Now set aside your grief, for you, Trip, and the other fighters have not perished. Everyone can still be saved. Everyone except the president. Screw him. Everything has been part of the president's plan to produce the cure for... He planned this part of it too. You had to kill him in order to cure them. When the first fighter was diagnosed with the disease, the president was utterly shaken. He cursed himself for ever introducing the use of feral souls. Determined to find a cure, he turned to the treasure that had passed down through his line, the egg of the Lindworm, a creature known for its phenomenal regenerative abilities. After much experimentation, I also don't think they've done a motion graphic like that in-game. At least probably since, like, Hildebrand? That's new to me. He ultimately extracted the soul of the unborn beast and took it into himself, and though he transformed into a monstrosity possessed of preternatural regeneration, he sadly could not use his power to heal others. To make matters worse, the power meant he was forever locked in this serpent form. So it was that he was forced to confine himself to this mausoleum. For a small blessing, his regulator still allowed him to control over the Arcadian's devices, and he could remotely operate machinery. That was how he was able to make contact with me and convey his intent, to sacrifice himself, and have the cure made from his heart. Alas, the Lindworm was too powerful. Even a tyrant proved no match, and the Arcadian remained in operation as the search continued for a warrior capable of defeating him. Those fighters who developed psychokinesis had to be retired and put into a deep sleep, a cold stasis to keep the disease at bay until they could be cured. It was for this reason that Eutrope was kidnapped. The president lamented subjecting more souls to the disease, but for want of other solutions, he could only press on with his plans. Wait, then why didn't you tell us? The president was nothing if not a showman. He dedicated his regrets, his desire for atonement, and indeed his very life, to bring greater thrills to the masses. I might like this raid story more than Eden. And that is purely from my actor side, like, taking over. That's an extremely actor-focused bias for this. In doing so, he would promote fiercer competition and give rise to ever stronger fighters, one of whom he hoped would rise up to challenge him. It was to keep the competition running that the disease was kept secret, and though many fighters showed promise, it seemed as though none would ever transcend a tyrant. That is, until you appeared. From the moment he saw you, the president was certain that you'd be the one to defeat him. All he needed to do was to spur you on, and to do so, he cast you as a rebel who would tear down the Arcadian, and himself as the greatest heel it has ever known. That's so good. That's... The man couldn't help but turn everything into a spectacle. It's so absurd. One can't help but admire it. So this entire time, we've been puppets in the president's play. How are you still kicking? The heart. He's already recovered. She's a monk? We'll help too. She's a... What? Honeybee's a dragoon? Everybody listen up. Horse voice. How? The questions can wait. Right now, I need you to channel me all your aether. Use it, Jolene, our combined power. This is the best raid tier. Flat out. Fought well, champion. Leave the rest to us. This is the best. This is the best raid story they've ever done. The president confined us long ago. We've been acting according to his instructions. They all knew. It was my duty to serve as the challenger's final test. And to ensure their hands would not be sullied. He's a Reaper? It was the battle of a lifetime. Even without feral souls, the Arcadians' future is bright. Hector, I thought you were gone, that you died after becoming that fiend. I thought the same, but then I woke up and I was myself again. How? Madame explained everything after that. The president had given me less potent souls for the bout, and then his people restored me back to normal. That's why your body didn't disappear at the end. I've been resting in the Arcadians' infirmary ever since, but when I saw what was happening on the broadcast, nothing could keep me from coming to help. Aww. I haven't pushed myself too hard. I must have pushed myself too hard. I forgot I had this little disease. Right, that. We should move everyone to the infirmary immediately and have the cure created. I shall personally tend to matters from here. Every soul will be saved. I give you my word. Insane. Hands down, the best raid story that they've done in a long time. Probably ever. Try not to encourage the verdant dancer. He's already insufferably smoking CDs. I like you. Had a feeling it'd play out like this. For all his quirks, I knew the old man couldn't truly be a villain. I have to say, I'm a mite miffed that Brute stole the spotlight, but I'm glad everyone is staying. Watch the broadcast from start to finish. You were absolutely amazing. Though it's taken some time, you've inspired me to change my view towards souls. Like Yana, I've decided to remove my regulator as well. By the way, some people from Arcadian dropped by earlier to apologize for the president's deception. They even helped fix up the gym. It's been quite a whirlwind of events, but it seems the worst is over. All that remains is to pray that everyone is cured. This has been incredible. Sometime later. Aww. Did everybody make it out? Like, Brute Bomber, Wicked Thunder. Every single person that we fought in this raid tier is alive, aside from the president at the end. Aww. The symptoms are completely gone. I feel like myself again thanks to the cure. And of course to you as well. Yana has told me all. Words do not suffice to show my gratitude, but please accept my thanks. Yeah, mine too. I owe you one. Dude. Masterful work. Before setting off for their homes, the heavyweight fighters and those who were in stasis also expressed their heartfelt gratitude for you. And it'd be remiss of me not to do the same. Thank you. I, meanwhile, must apologize to everyone. Those that conceal the president's plan, the fact remains I deceived you. I am truly sorry. Also, well, that ends well. You need to be punished. And here I thought you were the true mastermind. Me, the mastermind? You give me too much credit. I have not the imagination to conceive such an audacious plan. That said, I did work behind the scenes to ensure all went according to script. In light of this, perhaps I could be considered the mastermind. He has red hair because it was a red herring. In the end, everything is as the president had hoped. Wherever he is now, he too would doubtless be overjoyed. He sacrificed himself to save us all. Another debt I can never repay. The president actually had one last wish, that those who still bear love for the Arcadian, even after everything, continue to fight and bring excitement to the fans. He really had us all figured out. It's as if we were still dancing in the palm of his hand. Lest you wonder, I've arranged for the souls in a repository to be set free as you desired. Never again shall feral souls be wielded in the Arcadian. Hell yeah. Finally. From now on, matches will only be fought between unenhanced warriors. The upstart's revolution was a success. This means, however, that there are none at present who could offer you contest. Until our fighters have become strong enough, I'm afraid we won't have any matches for you. I'm sure that day will come. I think I speak for everyone when I say I'd love to face you unenhanced. I won't stop training until I'm ready. Now then, there's to be a crowning ceremony for the new Grand Champion. Naturally, it can't begin without you, so pray come to the green room at your earliest convenience. This is such a nice ending for a raid tier. Like, easily this is now my favorite raid. This is now my favorite raid story. That's incredible. Even when a person fades out, the glow sticks are still there. The ceremony will be held in the very ring we fought in. It wasn't all that long ago, yet somehow it feels like an age. But come, everyone's already out there waiting. Make sure you're dressed for the occasion, because all of Alexandria will be watching. Interesting. Begin the ceremony in your current attire. Yeah, I'll do it. I did do most of the fights as Gunbreaker anyway. And I like this fit. My fellow citizens, we are gathered to recognize a new grand champion in the Arcadian, an unstoppable force of nature who tore through every obstacle in her way. Please join me in welcoming this radiant star to the stage. The woman who boldly ushered in revolution, the unenhanced yet undefeated queen of the Arcadian, Jolene Kibohito. That light is harsh. Hold it right there. It's a farce that you're grand champion. I refuse to accept it. Oh my, the brute bomber has barged into Jolene's ceremony again. Does the man never learn? I demand a rematch. Just you and me, unenhanced. Not so fast, dignified voice. Watching you get tossed aside by Jolene would hardly be entertaining. I'll be your opponent. This is how they kick off the next. This is so nice. Black Cat has leapt into the ring. I dare say this should be an even match. With the president no longer with us, it falls to my humble self to authorize matches. And on this occasion, I am pleased to approve an impromptu exhibition. Are they really going to fight? This dude. Let this be the clash to christen the new Arcadian's rebirth. She's the claw that gleams in Revolution's shadow, the rebel that prowls the dark, Black Cat. He's the man who's been to hell and lived to tell the tale. The incorrigible, reprehensible brute bomber. That's so great. And she won! Oh. Sorry, I got distracted by a cute lizard. Sorry for spoiling your moment with the charade, but if you wanted to kick off the new era of the Arcadian with a bang, Madam came up with a last-minute script and I agreed to join in. Retired fighters have been returning as well, eager to fight in unenhanced matches. We're all going to do our part to keep the Arcadian exciting. As you may have already noticed, everyone's decided to remove their regulators. That's because we won't be needing souls anymore, feral or otherwise. Meanwhile, since you have no equal, you've been granted the title of Eternal Grand Champion and entered into the Hall of Fame. You're already a legend, basically. Now, though you may not be able to fight, we'd still love to see you. So don't be a stranger and drop by my gym or the green room from time to time. As much as I hate to admit it, we played into the President's hand from the start. But it was only because you were the protagonist of his script that we could bring the tale to a happy conclusion. We truly couldn't have done it without you, our unenhanced Grand Champion, so please allow me to thank you again. We're forever in your debt. Ascension. Incredible. Incredible. Hands down the best raid that they've done. Hands down. Hands down the best raid that they've done. I love this. This was so good. I do need to go and fight the Blowjob Brothers again and like do that fight for real. But I'll probably do that. I'll do that when I do the MSQ stuff. Hopefully after the after a lot of the DDoSing gets like ironed out. That was incredible. That was such a fun time. That was such a fun time, and that was such a great... Oh, that's such a great story. That's probably the most fun I've had with the raids in a while. No, that was phenomenal. Damn. I just don't have any notes. God, that was just incredible. Damn. Alright. I am going to raid into Alina because I was watching her stream before doing this, and I was hoping that I could have ended a little bit sooner so I could get to the end. Because she just finished Unbeatable, and yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. That was such a good raid tier, and that song is incredible. But yeah. God, that was so worth it. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you again, Gabe Grimoire, for the raid. God, that was so good. That was so good. I'm gonna look up that song and listen to it now. But yeah. This was... Thanks for stream. Thank you for raiding. I have to look up that song now. That was too good. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, noon, or night, no matter when you're watching this. Yeah. I'm just gonna raid into Alina. I have no words. That is probably my favorite. That is my favorite raid tier that they've ever done. Have a wonderful rest of your... Have a wonderful rest